Hey y'all, Courtney here, Love Tractor 3 on Twitter. Welcome to Fantasy and Frames Dynasty Target Player Profile Series for 2023. What is that? Well, these are players that we think you should target in not only your Dynasty startups, but in Dynasty trades. We think these are players that will help you win a championship now and in the future. And that's what Dynasty is all about, right? Building towards the future. So, before we get started, I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you see that little bell down there? I want you to hit that little bell, because what that does is that gives you live notifications whenever someone from the Fantasy and Frames team puts out pertinent, relevant fantasy football information that you need. Go ahead and follow us on all social media platforms, and go over to fantasyandframes.com where you will find our up-to-date rankings as well as other articles that you can read through. So let's start. Let's look at one of my favorite under-the-radar Dynasty targets, and that is Tennessee Titans wide receiver Treylon Burks. I know I am probably a little bit higher on him than most are, but let me tell you why. All right. So this kid was drafted 18th last year overall, first round in the draft. After they did that trade and got rid of A.J. Brown, obviously Burks was thought to be the apparent heir. He is now the wide receiver 1 in Tennessee after they cut Woods, and he's really only got Chig and Derrick Henry as his competition. This is a run-heavy, run-first offense through Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry's old, 29. So they have to figure out other avenues and venues to do this. There is also the quarterback inconsistency. So currently we have Ryan Tannehill, but my guess is that Will Levis is probably going to start sooner than later. So that is why a lot of people aren't as high on him, because the Tennessee Titans seem like they're in rebuild mode. And that's not great if you're wanting that wide receiver 1 for your Dynasty team. But this kid is crazy good. Rookie year, he did not perform like we wanted him to. He only had about 444 yards on about 33 receptions, 1 touchdown. That's not what you want to see out of a rookie sensation. In 2021, at Arkansas, which was before he entered the draft, he had over 1,100 yards on 66 receptions and 11 touchdowns. So, obviously, the ceiling is really high for this kid, and he can do it. He's versatile. He's fast. He plays in the slot, but he can be positioned into other plays, right? Other routes. So, what does that mean for Dynasty? That means that he can be your wide receiver 2-3, and he can be plugged and played in, and he can sit there and make points for you. According to Pro Football Focus, when he was healthy last year, he averaged 13.5 yards per reception. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I think that this year he could have 800 yards and 9+ touchdowns. I also think that most people do not want him. So he could easily be grabbed in a trade or in a startup. I actually like him over Juju. I like him over Cortland Sutton because he's 23 years old. And when healthy, last year, week 11 versus Green Bay, when he was healthy and he came back, he finished as the wide receiver 12 in PPR. He finished with 18 PPR points, right? So it is there. The potential is there. I'm willing to take a bet on that potential on this kid every day of the week. So I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to try to trade for him. I actually have already traded for him in one of my Dynasty leagues because I see him being up here. If he can get it together with Will Levis in this offseason and he is his go-to guy, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. All right, guys. Again, I'm Courtney, and you can find me at Love Tractor 3 on Twitter. But more importantly, you can find me at Fantasy and Frames. So subscribe before you leave here today. Hit that little bell. Find us on all social media platforms, and go check out our rankings before you do these startups at fantasyandframes.com. We'll see you next time.